Last time, a Yuri-obsessed gamer from a past life was reincarnated as Hiro Sanjo, the universally hated side character from that pure Yuri game, Esco. Armed with a head full of walkthrough knowledge, he won a high-performance conductor off the elven princess Lapis, and finally got his signature weapon, the Kuki Masamune, up and running. And this time, his dungeon life truly begins. Deep inside the abandoned line station dungeon, goblins and bat monsters swarm at him. Hiro sets a hand on the hilt. The Kuki Masamune's magic blade flashes once, and before the monsters can even react, they drop in neat rows. The day after his reincarnation, Hiro throws himself into grinding the dungeon. The Kuki Masamune one-shots everything. Experience and dropped conductors come pouring into his pockets. He's grinning ear to ear. Ah, I owe all of this to Lapis. Meanwhile, in the picture in his head, Lapis is bawling her eyes out in frustration. He's gathered a decent pile of conductors, enough to coast for a good while. Reaching the dungeon's lowest floor, he lays out his ambition. Next up, it's time to seriously train some real enhancement magic. Right then, he spots a figure hiding behind a pillar, hiding terribly, hair and backside sticking out in plain view. Hey, Lapis? The figure's shoulders jolt. The elven princess Lapis pops out in a hoodie, badly. Oh my, if it isn't Mr. Score Zero, what a coincidence. Hiro thinks, coincidence, my foot. You were obviously lying in wait for me. She's here for exactly one reason. She can't stomach yesterday's defeat, and she demands a rematch. Hiro turns her down at light speed, but she clings on relentlessly. Lapis even declares that she usually regards men as roughly the same as insects. But this Score Zero guy in front of her, him, she doesn't look down on. Hiro immediately drops into an overblown, groveling bow of gratitude, which infuriates her. Unable to shake her, Hiro grabs a stick and gets thoroughly one-sidedly beaten. Lapis muses as she pummels him. Bullying the weak isn't any fun at all. But how in the world did this guy beat me yesterday? She can't work it out, and it only makes her more frustrated. Mid-brawl, the ground suddenly heaves. Another sneak attack? Hiro reflexively throws out a get down and pins Lapis. The next second, the rubble beside them erupts. Out of the dust rises a massive suit of armor, wreathed in black flame, the Armorgeist. This is a rare, sudden, strong enemy that appears in dungeons, formed from the concentrated grudge of a knight-type monster, and it's far nastier than the usual mobs. Hiro gets it instantly. He killed so many petite knights yesterday that he happened to trip at spawn condition. And of all the moments, Lapis is so scared her legs have given out. She's slumped on the ground, unable to stand. Hiro scoops her up in his arms. The Armorgeist has huge health and takes a beating. Slugging it out isn't worth it, so he means to retreat first. But in one stride, the thing seals the exit shut with its giant shield. No escape now. Backed into a corner, Hiro makes a snap decision. He connects Lapis's high-performance conductor to the Kuki Masamune and begins chanting enhancement magic on himself. Generate, transform, activate the spell. Enhancement projection. Lapis's eyes go wide. You can use enhancement projection too? Hiro has no time to explain. This is exactly how Esco's magic system works. You combine conductors to deploy spells. Thanks to your conductor, I can pull it off. Carrying Lapis, he leaps clear, meaning to break away from the fight first. That tin can can't chase across floors. But his magic power is about to run dry, and the dimensional gate that leads outside is nowhere to be found on this floor. Ignoring this thing simply isn't an option. Lapis has finally recovered enough to stand. And right then, she speaks up. Hiro, let's continue our match. Her aim points straight at the Armorgeist. Hiro rides the wave. That tin can, beat it, and you win. How about it? He knows Lapis's competition brain all too well. And sure enough, one little provocation and she takes the bait. I'll be your legs, Hiro says, That way we can smash that hateful thing's face in together, right? Lapis hesitates. If the two of them team up, doesn't that mean it's not a match anymore? Hiro brushes it off. Depends how you define it. And anyway, this score 0 nobody doesn't know the fine print of matches. The real reason he doesn't say out loud, an ideal Yuri garden can't afford to lose a single one of you. What is that supposed to mean? Lapis grumbles, even as her cheeks quietly flush. And so the two of them fight as one. Hiro carries her, weaving at high speed, while Lapis draws her bow and takes aim. Attack from the left. You got it. Arrows fly in rapid succession, threading precisely into the gaps in the armor. But the Armorgeist's plating is hard and thick. Shooting the shell is useless. Its true body is the glowing core buried deep inside the armor. To beat it, you have to pass through a gap and strike the core dead center. Lapis's arrows are just a hair short on power. Hiro hits on a plan. I'll make the target easier to hit for you. Squeezing out his last drop of body enhancement, he swings the Kuki Masamune and forces the armor open. Locked on. Lapis sends an arrow through the gap straight into the core. The instant the core shatters, the Armorgeist lets out an agonized wail and collapses. We won! We won! Lapis is overjoyed, jumping and spinning while hugging Hiro. Hiro, meanwhile, is out of magic and melts into a puddle on the spot. Still staring at him, Lapis mutters, You really score 0? Once the dust settles, Hiro graciously declares this Lapis's complete victory. Beside them, the maid deadpans that thanks to this, she's been spared the errand of reporting her master's death. Lapis presses him. You were a total mess back there. Where did you get the confidence that we could beat a rare monster like that? Hiro smiles. A foolish question. There's no way I wouldn't believe in an Esco heroine. A girl with a score of 30,000 is worth relying on. The words set Lapis's heart fluttering. By the way, what's your name? Hiro strikes a dashing pose. Yamada Taro. A name that couldn't possibly be more fake. He's resolved to fudge his way past the question just like that. The maid also asks him a favor. There's a boss on the lowest floor guarding the dimensional gate to the outside. Could he take care of it? Hiro reluctantly agrees. In the end, Lapis one-shots the boss with a single arrow, and the three of them make it safely back to the outside world. A few days later, Hiro is back to his daily routine. On the riverbank at dawn, keeping up the habit from his past life, he heads out for a morning run, and runs smack into an affectionate pair of girls, whereupon he bows theatrically in apology. Forgive me for interrupting your Yuri. A bit of background here. In the world of Esco, a mage's strength is determined by their own real ability stats, and magic power matters most of all. Even with a top-grade catalyst, if your magic power is too low, you can only fire off junk spells, and you run dry in no time. And Hiro's stat chart, stamina spikes head and shoulders above the rest, while magic power, intelligence, agility, and strength all sit slumped at rock bottom. There's no shortcut to training magic power. You just have to grind it out the honest way. Run a marathon while keeping body enhancement running. Thankfully, his magic power really is creeping upward, bit by bit. As he runs, he catches sight of two elf-eared passers-by, and his instincts prickle. One of them, wearing nose and glasses with a fake mustache, sipping a juice through a straw, is unmistakably that white-haired maid. Hey there, Miss Nose Glasses. Hiro calls it out flatly. She doesn't flinch. You've mistaken me for someone else. I am Maid Delta. Hiro is speechless. We're this obviously busted. Stop keeping up the act already. And the other one, tucked behind a tree with her hair and backside sticking clean out, is a dead giveaway too. Oh my, Mr. Score 0? What a coincidence. Lapis rolls out the exact same clumsy line to make her entrance, and, gets promptly called out by Hiro. You are way too obviously rattled. Lapis comes clean. Looking up the personal details of a guy like him, Score 0, yet still a noble who can enter dungeons, is a piece of cake. And as for how she got through the Sanjo family's door, the maid let her in. She flashes a breezy smile. Right? Mr. Yamada of the Sanjo family? His fake name, busted in an instant. Then she drops a bombshell. Starting today, I'm living here. Pause. Hiro turns to stone. Huh? Her reasoning. Until they settle their match, she intends to live together with him. That way, having a rematch is far more convenient. As for that rule from morals class about how Yuri shouldn't just waltz into a man's house, that she has conveniently forgotten entirely. Hiro's Yuri sense, his Yuri version of a sixth sense, starts buzzing. Wait a second. Lapis and the maid, don't tell me they used me as a pretext, and it was really about the two of them all along. The more he thinks about it, the more worked up he gets. This development is basically a Yuri game. A pairing formed at first sight. The reward doesn't get better than this. The maid calmly adds from the side. He has these fits now and then. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, a figure toys with a Japanese sword, murmuring with keen interest. That Lapis, of all people, willing to admit defeat and burning for a rematch. And the opponent turns out to be a human man? Well now, that stirred up the interest of the strongest one. Me. Something fierce. Beat. Hiro Sanjo. She quietly speaks the name and gives a dangerous little smile. A ridiculously powerful new character has quietly set her sights on Hiro. It seems this game world, where men are forbidden, is about to get lively all over again.